Hey everybody, my name is Shibby. I'm an esports colorcaster and Celestial ranked player in Marvel Rivals. And in today's video, I want to go over the newly released Marvel Zombies PvE game mode and why I think it has the potential to completely change the Marvel Rivals landscape and how we view the game in the next couple of years. I don't want to keep you waiting any longer, so let's just get into it. Marvel Rivals Zombies is just the first step in what I believe should be a way for Netease to acquire a brand new player base, as well as giving your existing player base something to play that's completely cooperative and not competitive at all. Marvel Rivals creating a co-op horde mode is one of the smartest things they could have done early in the game's life cycle, especially because they are taking elements from other highly successful games like Left 4 Dead 2, Warhammer Vermintide, and Killing Floor, amongst other titles. Now, it's obviously not as fleshed out as those games that I've mentioned, whose main premise is being a co-op shooter, but Rivals takes the core concepts that I talked about and applies it perfectly to their own style. Although the mode is relatively short, with most difficulties taking about 30 minutes or less, obviously Nightmare 4 takes a lot longer due to the scaling, it's on par with the other co-op horde shooters I mentioned. For reference, Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, their campaigns take about a full hour to complete and can scale as you increase the difficulty. I remember it taking me 5 to 6 hours per campaign on Expert with my group of friends in Left 4 Dead. This is about the same experience I'm having right now in Nightmare 4 with Marvel Rivals Zombies, and honestly, it's still really fun. They managed to expertly create the power fantasy of Marvel Rivals heroes within this mode. Things like Punisher firing a million bullets, Thor channeling his inner Palpatine, and of course, Blade actually being a badass monster slayer are all things we would expect from these heroes in the Marvel Universe if something like this were to happen. They also achieved this with the perk tree plus card power-up system. Certain cards will augment your hero's builds into completely different things, and because there's a pseudo-randomness element added with the rerolling of cards, not every run will be the same, and I think that's very important. Yes, people have already optimized builds for every single hero and have determined the best heroes to conquer all the different game modes, but that doesn't mean you have to follow it. Every game, regardless of competitiveness, will be optimized to an extent. The grace that PvE games and PvE modes like the Marvel Zombies mode have is that a majority of the time, it's not important to follow it, nor is it ever mandatory. This falls in line with other games like Vermintide and Back 4 Blood, who have absolute broken builds that turn your character from good to godlike, but it's not necessary to run those every single time. I remember specifically in Back 4 Blood, there was a whole build one of my friends made that centered around completely using one weapon. It was a melee build with a fire axe. Or I followed one where it was all about grenades and doing grenade damage and having as much explosive damage as possible. I used no weapons at all, no bullets. It was just about hoarding as many grenades as I could and nuking down bosses. Now, obviously, these games are a bit different since they have perk trees and aren't random, but you kind of get the basic idea and gist of what the Marvel Zombies game mode is doing. They are really just taking the best elements of everything that's been before them and applying it pretty liberally to their own game. This mode also fundamentally allows the devs to break the game in fun ways, which is really important because, like I mentioned, there's no competitive aspect or true competitive aspect to this mode. I think being able to turn the fun dial all the way up to 110 by creating absolutely bonkers builds and pushing these heroes to their absolute limits. I mean, whoever thought of making it so that Thor can spam his Thor force, his right click infinitely, is absolutely crazy, right? Adding Moonblades to Blade is objectively really crazy, and again fulfills that power fantasy of him being this, you know, insane monster slaying badass hero. Before we get into the rest of the video, I just want to take some time out to shout out everybody who's shown me so much love over these past couple weeks. We had a subscriber goal of 800. You guys knocked that out of the park, so thank you so much to all my new subscribers, and obviously thank you so much to all my new and returning viewers. You guys really liked my problem with CC video that I released last week, and you guys have really shown love on the problem with support video that I released a couple weeks ago. And it's really nice to see that on top of the meta content and the hero content that I put out on what you should be playing and who you should be picking up, that you guys also like my more abstract stuff or my more analytical stuff on problems within Marvel Rivals. I have really enjoyed interacting and reading through all the comments through all my videos and creating this community that I have. I see a lot of returning people leaving comments and interacting with my content. I really enjoy that. This is the kind of stuff that really keeps me going and making content for you guys. And I really hope that I can continue to give you guys quality content and to really make you think about Marvel Rivals in a different light, whether it is in the context of the competitive side of the game or if it's in the context of other things, right? Whether it is this video I'm talking about where it's Marvel Rivals Zombies, or maybe I'm talking about another topic within Marvel Rivals, another problem or whatever like that. But yeah, I just wanted to take this time out to show everybody some love. If you've liked the video, obviously like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. We're gonna have a new subscriber goal of 900. I'm sure you guys are gonna knock that out of the park. And I just wanna really appreciate everybody that has shown me so much love. But let's get back to the video. Now, the future of this mode, which I wanna talk about, is also very important to discuss because the potential that this mode has, in my mind, is absolutely enormous. And obviously, I'm extrapolating because I've played so many different kinds of horde mode shooters and cooperative shooters, but I think Marvel Rivals Zombies can definitely be at that level. Maybe not a Left 4 Dead or Left 4 Dead 2, which is obviously one of the best in their own genre and one of the best games of all time, but I think it has a really good opportunity to corner that sort of market within their own game, especially because the Marvel IP is attached to it. On top of being able to release the exact same map with different heroes or different bosses, Rivals has the ability to pull from virtually any major Marvel event and center their story and gameplay around it. Imagine playing as the full Avengers squad during the Battle of New York. The customization options for heroes like Iron Man and Hawkeye could go crazy. I'm excited to see what they would do with something like Hulk, or even reinvent Thor from his Zombies game mode customization to his more New York Avengers battle formation, right? What about an Ultron map where you fight waves of Ultron bots with only flying heroes, or even the endgame fight from MCU? I truly think the possibilities are endless. And again, Marvel can also just create full campaigns from the ground up. The reminder that this was just a collaboration event with Marvel Zombies, right? They probably did not have a lot of time to create this. I don't know, maybe 3, 4, even if it was half a year, that's still pretty crazy given the transformation that some of these characters have gone through, and also all the gameplay and stuff, that how it's fundamentally different from Marvel Rivals in terms of like the competitive aspect. Ultimately, I think Rivals has the start to something truly amazing, and given enough time on their hands to where they could flesh it out, I really think that this could add another layer to the depth of this game. The only ways I can see them messing this up is by releasing the exact same thing for 9 years straight and only changing a couple things, maybe promising something bigger and more expensive behind a paywall until you ultimately scrap the whole project and idea, or just doing nothing at all and only focusing on the competitive side of the game. But surely no other game developer would do that, right? Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications, as that all helps me out a ton. I try and respond to every single one of the comments in my videos because I genuinely do appreciate you guys taking time out of your busy schedules to leave one, as well as I love interacting with my own community. If you want to see more of my content, I stream over on Twitch about 3 to 4 times a week, starting around 7 p.m. PST. Over there, you'll get unedited versions of my videos, as well as we go over gameplay reviews, patch notes, and you guys can ask questions in the chat, and I respond pretty quickly. If you care more for short form content, I upload daily on both YouTube Shorts and TikTok. Over there, you'll get condensed versions of my videos, as well as stream highlights and my general thoughts on the game. All of that will be in the description box below, as well as a pop-up that will show up on the right side of the screen here, telling you where to go and all my handles. I really do appreciate all of you, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.